Hey guys, it's Lily. So last week on my Instagram, I asked you guys on my story if you could send in a bunch of questions that I could film and stick into a YouTube video. You guys did that, you're amazing, so thank you so much for sending in all your questions. I'm going to be answering those in just a minute. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Lily, but I go by LilyBetRose on Instagram. I'm a cosplay model from the UK and most of my following's on Instagram, so if you would like to check that out, I will stick that link into the bio below, or I'll find a way of sticking it into this YouTube video. Yeah, let's get into some questions. So the first question is by Miyakadol. I'm sorry, I hope I'm saying that right. When did you start Insta modeling? So I began Insta modeling at the age of 21, but I think I was nearly 22, so about 4 years ago. I actually originally started off on Facebook. Do you remember you could make those little Facebook pages? They're not really a thing anymore, are they? So I started off doing that, and then when I noticed all the other girls that I was following started moving across to Instagram, I just kind of followed lead and just went on across, and it was the best thing ever, because in the first year of opening my Instagram account I managed to get around 25,000 followers, and that was just crazy to me. Like, that was... The next question is by CT Gendron 2017. I'm so sorry if I'm saying these wrong, I don't mean to. What's your favourite music? My favourite music is actually rock music. I was like one of those typical scene emo child when I was growing up, and I've just always stuck with rock music. I love it. But I do love all types of music. It's just like the main genre that I follow and that I love is just rock. So this next question is by someone called MOJH_1995, and they asked, what made you comfortable enough to do nude? Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I'm a model, so I take photos and I do modeling, and that used to just involve lingerie. However, this year I've decided to go on to topless modeling. So I don't do full nude, I don't do nudity, but full nudity even, but I do topless. And I decided to do that because I started a private Instagram as part of a Patreon package, and I would just kind of use emojis to censor nipples, and people were just really cool about it. I was always really worried about being called a slut, or just really worried about backlash, but actually people were so supportive, and I just thought, you know what, just gonna do it, just gonna get it done, gonna whip them out, and yeah, haven't looked back, and I really enjoy it. So yeah, that's why I started that, and I'm really happy. So this next question is by Tyler89. Is there any type of anxiety you deal with due to your work? If so, how do you deal with it? So I wouldn't say any of my anxiety has come from my job. If anything, it's really helped improve it. However, I've always been an anxious person ever since I can remember, and one day I just went to my doctor and I said, is there anything you can do? This is how I feel. And they tried me on a bunch of different medicine. Some didn't work, but then I found one that did, and I've been on that for a good solid year now. And honestly, it really works for me, and it's helped me a heap ton, and I just don't see any problem then with saying that you're not okay, and if you need a little bit of help, it's there to help you. So if you need that help, just take it. So this question is by Gabrielle Crespo Ortiz. Favorite rock band? So I don't actually have a favorite rock band. I just appreciate so many rock bands, and that's that. Wow, what boring. That's such a boring answer, but it is what it is. So this next question is by Polo Ramos 0504, and they asked, why did you move to Oz? Okay, so I wasn't supposed to. This question's probably gonna come up a lot. So on the 3rd of November, I came to Australia on holiday for just under 3 weeks. I came to visit my friend Danny, who I would love to introduce to you guys at some point. She's just so wonderful. and she's who I'm staying with now. And I came here on holiday and then I just didn't go home. Danny offered me to stay, and since I can work from literally anywhere, I was like, this is such an amazing opportunity, it would be stupid not to take it. So yeah, I moved to Australia. I just didn't go home. I didn't even cancel my flight back home. I just didn't get on it, and I'm here. I'm still here. It's literally a month today. It's the 3rd of December, so I've been in Australia a month today. Crazy. That is crazy. But I'm so happy. So this next question is by Aroke. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. What was the craziest thing about the move? So the craziest thing wasn't the move, because I was never supposed to move here. It was just the fact I just didn't go home. And so I think that's the crazy thing. The crazy thing is that I didn't get on my flight home. I just stayed. But there's a really annoying thing that's just happened that I found out about yesterday. I phoned my mum for an update on my suitcase because she sent that off with all my belongings to come arrive here. And she said that my suitcase was returned from the airport and is now on its way back to the UK because something or another. It was something to do with a customs charge and they couldn't get in contact. So now my suitcase was in Australia, but now it's on the way back to the UK, and it's all such a pain. But hopefully after Christmas we'll get it sorted and I'll have my belongings finally. Okay, so WDY Gaming _ asks, how are you enjoying Melbourne's weather? Oh my god. It's like the most bipolar weather I've ever known. Just yesterday we were out Christmas shopping and it was so cold. Last night I had to sleep with the heater on, and it's supposed to be summer now. But just a couple days before that I was out in a skirt and top and nothing more. It's crazy weather. I can't get used to it, and something I've learned is that you have to go out with all the layers on, and then by the end of the day you'll be coming back carrying all your layers, because it just starts off a little bit rubbish, but then during the day it gets super hot. And yeah. So Cyprian Andre 15 asked, or is Cyprian? Sorry. How did you start creating cosplay and why? So I've always been an absolute nerd, and my first love of cosplay, I didn't know it was a thing at the time, was because I started watching this series on Cartoon Network called Teen Titans, the original one, and I absolutely love Starfire like nobody's business. And I was obsessed with her, and I asked my mum, I like begged my mum, I was like, Mum, please can we go out shopping, I need to wear purple things. And I asked her to take me shopping, and we went around to all these shops, and I just bought everything that was like purple and that possibly looked anything like her outfit. And so when I was a little bit older and I had access to the internet, I found out that cosplay was a thing, and I just jumped right on it. I was like, this is my tribe, do you know what I mean? So that's how it started. So Grogod, I'm just gonna write that down, says, can't ignore the elephant in the room, but what's the pros and cons for you in having a large chest? The pros are, I have a large chest, it's good. The cons are, bras are not cute in my size. It's really hard to find cute bras in my size. And sleeping is crap. I have to sleep with a pillow in between my boobs, otherwise it's really painful, and I have to kind of flip over all throughout the night. Also I can't sleep on my stomach, so that sucks, but that's about it. So Vladdy Cruz asks, your Patreon will revive someday. Yes, it will. So I'm planning on reviving Patreon in January 2020. So yeah, good news. I've just got to figure some things out because I've just moved country, and we've just got to practice with photography and things before it's all set up and good to go. So definitely hoping January 2020 and we'll be good to go. This is the most ridiculous question ever. Okay, so Mons73R music, sorry, says, would you rather fist fight a tiger or make out with Donald Trump for 4 straight hours? Oh, tough choice. I'm gonna go with the tiger. So Avianator says, favorite anime / anime character. Favorite anime, probably Fullmetal Alchemist. It's just stupidly good. It's really good. I've rewatched it a bunch of times throughout growing up, and I just love it every time. So I think I'll actually stick with Fullmetal Alchemist for my character as well, and go with Alphonse Elric because he's a sweetheart. So Joe Goods asks, when are you coming to the States? So I was originally definitely going to come to the States in 2020 to visit a con, and I still might do that, but I just have some like bigger priorities right now. In January I'm going to New Zealand to apply for my permanent year's visa in Australia, so I can't really focus on going anywhere else until that's all sorted. But that's something I think I'll figure out in around January time. Once my visa's all sorted, then I'll like plan vacations and things. So yeah, but I am hoping to visit the States next year, definitely for a convention. It might be a bit later in the year, but for sure I'd love to visit the States next year, 100%. So I'm going to leave the questions there because I'm honestly so tired. I've been sat on this floor for about 3 hours trying to film this Q&A. I know I haven't even answered that many questions, but I'm not used to talking to a camera, so this is just exhausting. And I've stopped and started and stopped and started this whole thing so many times. I don't know how long it's going to take me to go through all this footage. So yeah, thank you so much for sending in all your questions. This has been a great first experience and you guys are amazing. But yeah, thank you, and I hope you enjoyed getting to know a little bit about me. I'll do better next time, but thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.